let me take you back to 2019, the year that my life pretty much fell apart. In this video, I'm going to share with you my raw, unfiltered story as to, hey, really? Here she is. In this video, I'm going to share with you my raw, unfiltered story and how I use mindset and manifestation to basically rewrite my story and turn my life around. Because if you're feeling stuck, lost, or like you cannot get out of this cycle, I want you to know that it doesn't have to stay this way. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to reinvent yourself. Okay, so 2019 was absolutely the lowest point of my life. I had just ended an engagement with my previous partner. It was a very, very toxic relationship from both ends. And I had just also lost my job. I felt like I had not only failed in this 4-year relationship, but I was jobless. I was struggling to make sense of who I was. I did not recognize who I had become. I was using alcohol and sex with strangers to numb the pain. And I was just continuing to follow into these toxic patterns. And I couldn't get out of it. I could not understand why I was making the decisions that I was making that in return were hurting not just myself, but people around me. It wasn't until one night, and one really, really, really scary, very frightful night, where I pretty much got so blacked out drunk that I woke up driving a car, or in the passenger seat of a car that was on the wrong side of the road. And if it wasn't for a few people that really loved me and really took care of me through this time, I don't know what would have happened. I remember waking up the next morning and having a conversation with my best friend that something had to change, that sorry was not, it wasn't even enough at this point. I found out later on that that incident had sent my mom to the hospital because she had a panic attack, because she just didn't understand who I had become and why I was spiraling so out of control. And the truth is that I didn't either. But I realized in that moment that something had to change, and that something was me. That if I didn't like the person who I had become, then there was a part of me that wasn't that person, that there was a part of me that strived for more. There was a part of me that I would have liked, and I focused on that. That specific night, or that specific day, I realized that if I didn't change, I was going to be stuck like this forever. I was going to be stuck attracting the same kind of people around me, the kind of circles and situations that were not serving me. And so it was a really low point in my life, but it was also the moment that I realized that I had all the power, and it was so empowering to find kind of that peace within, that I had caused all of this in my life and all the decisions I had made, which were so unconscious. Now I was taking back that power, and it just started this beautiful domino effect in my life. So after this, after having this kind of like realization that I was the one in control, that I was the one that had control over my life, it was kind of the first time that I asked myself, what if I could rebuild everything? Not just my life, but me, my mindset, the way that I view the world, the way that I view love, the way that I view relationships. I asked myself, what is love? You know, like nobody had taught me what love was. Nobody had taught me what success meant. Nobody had taught me like anything about, you know, my mind and who I was. And so what if I could just rewrite who I was in absolutely every kind of way? And it was not easy. I started looking into mindset, success, manifestation. I stumbled upon energy work, Reiki, and I started journaling, and I started reflecting, and I started asking questions, really, really hard, really tough questions about why I had acted this way and what led to that. And you know, peeling back all the layers of who I thought I was supposed to be, and I started really discovering who I really am at my core. I wrote down, you know, what I value, who I wanted to attract, and what that person, you know, would need from me. Who did I need to become in order to be attracting all these things that I wanted? And I think that's one of the hardest parts, is really admitting to yourself that you're not where you want to be, and that everything that you have right now, whether good or bad, is a direct consequence of something of a decision that you've made. And that sucks. It sucks to hear that, and it sucks because if you're in a really shitty place right now, it sucks to find out that it's pretty much your fault, that decisions that you've made, mindsets, beliefs have led you here. But what I want for you to take from this is that you have the absolute power to rewrite it. Because if you cause this, then you can cause something better. So this is kind of like where I really dug deep into manifestation work and rewiring my mindset, my beliefs, rewiring everything that I thought about myself. And I realized, like, for me, manifestation was this like very out of this world, like kind of magical concept. And what I kind of came to terms with was that it's not a magical fix, but it's just a tool to really align yourself at a vibrational, energetical level to what you want. And the reason why I was not living the life that I wanted was because the reason why I wasn't living the life that I wanted, it's not because I didn't desire it, because the desire was there. It was because I actually didn't truly think that I deserved it. I wasn't in alignment on an emotional level, on a soul level, on a vibrational level with the version of me who had those things. And so I started with just very simple steps, writing down what I wanted, realizing old beliefs, and reprogramming my mind through tools like affirmations, visualizations, and slowly started to shift. And this is exactly how I actually manifested my husband. And I'll tell you something, when I met my husband, it was only 5 months after a breakup, and I felt I was great. Like, I was so happy with myself, with being alone, with focusing on my self-development journey, my healing journey. And he triggered me to my core because I felt so unworthy of him, because he was so great. He had his life together, he has shit together, and I felt that I did not. And I remember asking myself, what makes me unworthy of him? Is it the fact that I don't have a 401k that makes me unworthy of finding love? Is it this darkness or this backstory that makes me unworthy of this person who sees me, who likes who I am right now, who likes the process, the story, the journey, the accountability, the reflection? All these limiting beliefs that I had around what I was worthy of, I remember in that moment I clicked and I was just like, no, it does not matter. None of this matters, because I am inherently worthy of love. And I said yes, and you know, here we are, married with a beautiful son, 3 years into a beautiful, beautiful relationship. So all that to say is that right now I am living a beautiful life, a life that 2019 Daniela wanted but did not see for herself, felt unworthy of it. And now here I am, finally living in an alignment, finally doing things that light me up, finally saying no and having boundaries to things that do not align with my values. And that's the important thing in this story. It's not just my story, it's not just what I went through. It's a reminder to you that no matter what, or how no matter what's happening in your life, no matter how low or stuck or unworthy you feel, change is always possible. You can wake up tomorrow and rewrite your story. You can wake up tomorrow and completely reinvent yourself. You just have to take the first step. So if my story resonates with you, I want you to know that you are not alone and you are not stuck. Even though it feels like it in this moment, you are one decision away from creating a completely different reality for yourself. And hopefully my channel helps you dive deeper into these exact steps that I used, and hopefully you can use my story as inspiration to reinvent yourself. I want you to manifest the life that you dream of, because it's calling you. If you didn't desire it, it wouldn't be possible. It's possible, and the reason why you desire it is because somewhere out there in the ether, you are already living that version of the life. So make sure to subscribe to my channel. I will be uploading more videos on mindset manifestation tools that you can use, and kind of supporting you in this journey. So if you're ready to start right now, I've included some free resources in the description that can help you take that first step to getting into alignment and abundance. Make sure to like this video and subscribe.